In this class, we can discuss linear algebra, which is a main course for S6 BSc. Okay. In linear algebra, there are so many versions, but in S6, we studied linear algebra through geometrical representation. First of all, we can represent the vectors by means of geometrically in a plane. That is, if it is a plane. This is a vector we consider as 0, 0. So we take in this approach, this 0, 0 is the 0 vector and it is the x0 vector, and also it is 0y vector. Also we can represent the vector xy or x as this one. So that this xy equal to, again we can take an E1. E1 is the vector such that E1 is a unit vector. That is, E1 contains 1 as x coordinate and a y coordinate as 0. Therefore, this x0 means x into E1. X into 1, 0, that is x into E1. Similarly, this y can be represented as, here we can take a unit vector, that is 0, 1, that is E2. Then 0, 1, 2 into 0, 1, 3 into 0, 1, etc. y into 0, 1. Therefore, y equal to 0, 1 is E2. Therefore, y into E2. Hence, this vector xy can be expressed as E1, in this representation we written as 1, 0 equal to E1 and E2 equal to 0, 1. Therefore, the vector xy can be expressed as x into E1 plus y into E2. X into E1 plus y into E2. Where E1 is the unit vector such that E1 equal to 1, 0 and E2 equal to the unit vector, that is 0, 1. Similarly, we can add the vectors in geometrically such as, say, let us assume that this point, it is point 0, x0, and it is the point, say, 0, y. Then take this, maybe it is x equal to, capital X equal to, say, xy. Then we can take another point, say, it may be uv. Capital U equal uv. Capital U equal to uv. Then how we add these vectors geometrically? We can have, this is the point xy, so it is the vector x0. Then we shift, this is the vector uv. Suppose it is the vector uv. Then we take this, we replace this area to this side. So, it is the point, we know it is the distance is here, u, here it is x, we take this x as this. So, it is x plus u v. Therefore, it is the point x plus u, y plus v. Thus, we apply geometrically to add the vectors x equal to x, y and y equal to u, v. Then the vector, the sum of x plus y equal to x plus u, y plus v. That is the point. Then we assume that we define linear dependency. You can see that this 2, 3 is a point and this may be this vector 2, 3. It is the vector 2, 3. Then say 2, we get it is, say, it is 2, 3, then it may be 4, 6. These two vectors are lying on the same line, or it can be expressed as a linear product of this other. Or if A is any vector and B is another vector, we say that A and B are linearly dependent if there exists a constant t such that A equal to T into B, we say that these two vectors are linearly dependent. By means of this property, we can find there is equation to a line passing through a point, say A, and parallel to B. See, suppose it is the vector, say B, and then let x be any point, and then we can take any point, say U. So we can find the equation to a line through equation to a line through U and parallel to B Equation to a line passing through U and parallel to B. For that we take an arbitrary vector, say x. Then we can see that these are two vectors, U minus x and x minus U and B are linearly dependent. So we can write x minus U or U minus x. X minus U is the vector. X minus U equal to T into B. Since x minus U and B are lie on the same line, therefore they are linearly dependent. So we can write as that x minus U equal to T into B. Or the equation to a line through U and parallel to B equal to x equal to U plus T into B. So for an example, find the equation to a line passes through, passes through 1, 2 and parallel to say 3, 4, parallel to the vector 3, 4. What is the equation? X, capital X is xy equal to U is 1, 2 plus T is an arbitrary constant 3, 4. That is the equation is xy equal to 1 plus 3t and 2 plus 4. Therefore, it is the equation to a line passing through U equal to 1, 2 and parallel to 3, 4. Similarly, we can find the equation to a line passing through 2 points, say A and B. Passing through A and B. So let us consider. It is A and it is B, and let us consider an arbitrary vector as x. Then we know this x minus A and this B minus A are linearly dependent. So x equal to T, x minus A equal to T into B minus E. That is x equal to A plus T into B minus E. Using this result, we can find the equation to a line passing through the 2 points. Say, for an example, let us find the equation which passes through A equal to say 3, 1 and B equal to say 1, 2. So we can find easily by the equation to a line parallel passing through the points A and B. For that, x means xy equal to A means 3, 1 plus T into B minus A, that is 1 minus 3 and 2 minus 1. It is xy equal to 3, 1 plus t. That is t into minus 2, 1. That is the equation to a line passing through A and B. Then we are come on to the distance between two vectors. First of all, we know it is 0, 0. Then we can take a point and say this xy. Then it is the point x0 and it is 0y. Therefore, the distance from the origin to the vectors is maybe that is root of x square. By Pythagoras theorem, we know it is root of x square plus y square, and we denote as modulus of x. Modulus of x equal to root of x square plus y square. Sometimes it is the two vectors. So maybe say u equal to u v and capital X equal to x y. Then modulus of u minus x equal to the vector may be, we know u minus x is the vector is modulus of the vector, that is u minus x. Then here v minus y. Therefore, modulus of that u minus x is root of u minus x the whole square plus v minus y. We can see that u minus x and x minus u are same. Then we are come on to you can see that if V is any point, you can show that V is any point joining u and x. V is any point joining u and x. Then V equal to half into x plus u. V equal to half into x plus u. So it may be a u and it may be x, it may be v. We can see that v equal to half into x plus u. The point of intersection, the point of the segment joining u, the vectors u and x. For that, we assume that it is v. We have to show that it is true. For that, first of all, we can find modulus of v minus u. Modulus of v minus u equal to, we assume that is this. So it is v minus, v is half into x plus u, half into x plus u minus u equal to modulus of half x plus u by 2 minus u by 2, half x minus u by 2 plus u by 2 minus u, that is half into modulus of x minus u. Similarly, we can take v. Then we can take modulus of x minus v. What is x minus v? Modulus of x minus v is assumed to be half into x plus u equal to x minus x by 2 is x by 2 minus u by 2 is also equal to modulus of 1 by 2 into modulus of x minus. Thus we see that it is the point which joining u and x, joining the vectors. Then we come on to unit vectors. So there are so many type of unit vectors. A unit vector is a vector whose modulus is 1. For example, we know E1 equal to 1, 0. We know the distance is root of x square plus y square. That is modulus of E1 equal to root of 1 plus 0 equal to 1. Similarly, E2 equal to 0, 1. It is also a unit vector. Again, we can find more vectors. That is, say, u equal to 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. What is root of a square plus x square plus y square? That is root of 1 by root 2 the whole square, that is 1 by 2, plus 1 by root 2 the whole square, that is 1 by 2, equal to root of 1 equal to 1. Therefore, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 is also another unit vector. Then we can find another important unit vector, that is, say, u equal to, capital U equal to cos theta sin theta. It is very important for capital X. Say capital X equal to cos theta sin theta. What is its modulus? Modulus of capital X equal to root of cos square theta plus sin square theta. Root of cos square theta plus sin square theta. That is 1 also. So it is an important unit vector, that is cos theta sin theta. Again we can see if x is any vector, what about x by mod x? X by mod x is also a unit vector. For example, if x equal to say 1, 1, 1, 1, actually modulus of x equal to root of 1 plus 1, that is root 2. Therefore, you can see that if we take u equal to x by mod x, u equal to x by mod x, u equal to x is 1, 1 into 1 by root. That is again we get 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. It is also a unit vector. So for any vector, we can, by means of any vector, we can find unit vector, that is that vector by its modulus. Okay. Then, so it is an unit vector. So we find E1 equal to 1, 0 is unit vector, 0, 1 is unit vector, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 is unit vector, also cos theta, sin theta is unit vector. Also we see that for any vector, that vector by its modulus is also a unit vector. Then we define, so we can see that again we have come on to another important result, that is, we know for any vector x, x by mod x is always unit vector. So it can be represented as the unit vector is cos theta sin theta. It is a constant unit vector. But what is x? X equal to modulus of x into cos theta sin theta. Therefore, we come on to what is capital X? Capital X is the vector xy equal to modulus of x into cos theta, modulus of x into cos theta, modulus of x into sin theta. Therefore, we have small x equal to mod x into cos theta, and small y equal to mod x into sin theta. Therefore, what is cos theta? Cos theta equal to, for any vector we can easily find cos theta equal to x by mod x and sin theta equal to y by mod x. For example, if we take say x equal to 1, 2. It is not a unit vector. But modulus of x equal to root of 1 plus 4, that is 5. Then what is cos theta? Cos theta equal to x. X is 1 by root 5 and sin theta equal to y. Y is 2. 2 by root 5. Therefore, any vector can be represented in this form. X equal to mod x into cos theta and y equal to mod x into sin theta. This form is called a polar form. So, it is Cartesian form, this polar form by means of unit vector, where cos theta equal to x by mod x and sin theta equal to y by mod x, where x is the given vector. Okay. So, if capital X equal to 1, 2, then mod x equal to root 5, then we know small x equal to mod x into cos theta. Therefore, cos theta equal to x by mod x, that is x is this coordinate 1 by root 5. Similarly, sin theta equal to 2 by root 5. Okay. So, we have discussed some facts about unit vector. It is very important. Then we have come on to dot product. We have, if x is any vector, say x equal to small x y, and y is in another vector, say u v, having coordinates x, y, u, v, then we define u. Then we define x dot u equal to the dot product of x and u defined as x into u plus y into. It is the dot product, it is a scalar quantity. For example, we can see if x equal to say 1, 2 and u equal to say 3, 5, then what is x dot u? X dot u equal to 1 into 3 plus 2 into 5. That is 30. It is a scalar product. So that dot product is always defined as xu plus yv, or first coordinate in the product plus then second coordinate. Yes. Then we can discuss some properties of this dot product. First is, we can see that if x and u are perpendicular, then x dot u equal to 0. Why? We can see that if x and u are, what is, if x equal to say x, y, and u equal to say u, v, then slope of this first line, first vector is minus y by x, and for this is minus v by u. Equal to, if the two lines are perpendicular, their product of their slopes is minus 1. That means uv, that we have minus yv, or yv equal to minus xu. That is xu plus yv equal to 0. Xu plus yv equal to 0. So, if the two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product equal to 0. Then we come on to another important factor, that is projection. We can see the projection of a vector suppose it is the vector, say x, and sometimes it may be w, another vector, then projection of x on w is defined as this x dot w is a scalar into the vector w, where w is the unit vector. W is the unit vector. Therefore, the projection of x along the unit vector w is defined as x dot w into w. The projection of x along the unit vector w equal to x dot w into w. So, if u is any vector, then pu of x equal to x dot, what is, if w is the unit vector, u is any vector. So, what may be w? W equal to U by modulus of U. Therefore, it is X dot U by modulus of U into W. W is again U by modulus of U. Therefore, Pu of X, the projection of X along U. U is not an arbitrary unit vector. Here it is W is the unit vector. So, it is equal to X dot U by mod U, the square, into the vector U. That is the projection. Then we can see that projection and reflection. Reflection is here. So if X is any vector and if its projection, then projection and reflection has the relationship, that is the vector Px is the segment joining reflection and the original vector. So Px is the vector joining the reflection and the original vector. Therefore, we have 2Px equal to Sx plus x, or the reflection Sx equal to 2Px minus x. So we studied projection, and by means of this projection we have seen that projection and reflection are the same. Reflection is the back side of that. Therefore, this reflection equal to the point of the segment joining Sx and x. Therefore, by means of this equation we have this reflection equal to 2 into Px minus x. So we discuss projection, reflection, unit vector, and also linear dependency, dot product. So we have the two formulas. It is first is projection of x. Projection of x on U. U is not a unit vector, is defined as x dot U. You have to study into U by modulus of U the whole square. That is the projection. If we find its projection, we can find the reflection also. So, then we can find the projection of, for example, find the projection of this vector, say U equal to 1 to along x equal to x equal to 1 to along U equal to 3, 1. We have to find the projection of this vector along this vector. So projection of x along U equal to, what is that projection? Projection equal to, first of all we have to find x dot U. X dot U equal to 1 into 3 plus 2 into 1 equal to 5. Therefore, this vector equal to Pu of x equal to x dot U 5 into by modulus of U the whole square. Modulus of U the square is, modulus of U square is 3 square 9 plus 1. Modulus of U square equal to 3 square plus 1, it is 10. Therefore, 5 by 10 into that vector, that is U. U is 1. That is 1 by 2 into 1, 2. Or that projection is a vector, that is 1 by 2, 1. It is very important. Find the projection of this vector along U. So Px of U equal to x dot U into U by modulus of U. Along which vector? That is U. We have to find projection of any vector along a vector. Okay. Then we can find angle between the vectors. We have seen that if x equal to, x is any vector, then x can be expressed as mod x into cos theta sin theta. capital X equal to mod x into cos theta sin theta. Then similarly, if y is any other vector, capital Y equal to modulus of y into the vector say cos phi sin phi. Then what is x dot y? X dot y equal to mod x into mod y. This is constant. Mod x into mod y into the product of the two vectors cos theta, sin theta and cos phi sin phi. We know this product equal to cos theta into cos phi plus sin theta into sin phi equal to mod x into mod y into cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. That is cos A minus B. Similarly, cos theta minus phi. Therefore, if theta is the angle between this vector along this x and that for y, phi is for that for phi, then we have cos theta minus phi. Cos theta minus phi equal to x dot y by modulus of x into modulus of phi. Yes. Thus, we can find the angle between the two vectors by means of this formula. Then, we can see whenever a system has, find the angle between the vectors, say 2, 2 for example, 2, 2 and 2, 2 and say 0, 3. Therefore, first of all, modulus of x, it is capital X and capital Y. It is the vector. Then angle between, that is cos theta minus phi is the angle between these two vectors. It is x dot y by modulus of x into modulus of y. Therefore, it is equal to 2 into the modulus of x equal to modulus of root of modulus of x equal to modulus of x equal to root of 4 plus 4, that is root of 8. Similarly, it is modulus of y is root of 9. Therefore, and also x dot y equal to, what is x dot y? 2 into 0 plus 3, 2 into 3, that is 6. Therefore, theta minus phi, cos theta minus phi equal to, cos theta minus phi equal to x dot y 6 by root 8 into root 9, that is 3. That is 6 by root 2 into, here 2 into root 2. So root 2 into 6, that is 1 by root 2. We know for 45 degree, theta minus phi is, cos theta minus phi is 1 by root 2. Therefore, the angle between theta and phi is 45 degree, pi by 4. So, we can find angle between the two vectors by means of the formula cos theta minus phi equal to mod x into mod x dot y by mod x into mod x. Then we are come on to existence of solution system. You know, for any equation, say, generally we can see that suppose ax plus by equal to 0 and cx plus dy equal to 0. It is a homogeneous system of equation with the variables x and y. Here we can see by arbitrary values, say x equal to 0, y equal to 0, these are always satisfied. So x equal to 0 is a trivial solution for this. That is x equal to y equal to 0. Then we have to check whether non-trivial solution exists. If it has a non-trivial solution, let us assume that it may be x such that x not equal to 0. If x not equal to 0, we can see that this equation becomes, if AB is the system, AB is the solution, then x dot, we know x dot AB equal to, if x is the solution, say x equal to xy, is a non-zero solution, then x dot AB equal to xy dot AB. It is also ax plus by equal to 0. Similarly, we can see that x dot CD is also 0. Therefore, we see that this vector AB and CD are perpendicular to x. We know if the two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product equal to 0. Therefore, x dot AB equal to 0 gives this AB is perpendicular to x. Similarly, x dot CD equal to 0 gives CD is perpendicular to x. So, both the vectors AB and CD are perpendicular to a vector means these two vectors are parallel. Parallel means they are linearly, they lie on the same line. Parallel lines can be taken to a one line. Therefore, they are parallel or they are linearly dependent. Therefore, there exists a constant. There must exist a constant such that this vector AB equal to T into CD. So, a non-trivial, we have arrived at a stage that for every equation, we have two such solutions, trivial and non-trivial solution. Every system of equation has trivial solution. But non-trivial solution exists only when there exists a constant T such that A equal to T into C and B equal to T into D satisfying. For example, let us see. Find a solution of the equation, say 3x plus 2y equal to 0 and 4x minus y equal to 0. We can see that it has a trivial solution, x equal to 0, y equal to 0. So, what is AB? AB is 2, 3, 2. AB equal to 3, 2. And CD equal to 4 minus 1. If it has a non-trivial solution, there must exist a constant T such that AB equal to T into CD. That means, if it has a solution, then we have 3 equal to 40 and 2 equal to minus T. It is not satisfied. Therefore, this system has, we arrive at, this system has only trivial solution. It has no non-trivial solution. Sometimes it may work. What this condition is satisfied. Okay. Then we are come on to some transformations. There are so many transformations for vectors. First is, a transformation is a rule. Simplest transformation is permutation transformation. We can see that if we permute by means of a 0, 1, 1, 0 to another vector, say A, B, C, D, we can see that this 0 into A plus 1 into C gives C, and 0 into A, B plus 1 into D, and 1 into A plus 0 into C, A, 1 into B plus etc. So it is a transformation. This first row to second and second row, etc. So let us discuss transformations. First is the projection. Projection we know projection is projection PU of x equal to PU. First transformation is projection transformation. That is PU of x equal to, we know PU of x equal to x dot U into U by mod U. It is the first transformation. Let us see. If x equal to say x, y and U equal to say U, V, what is the projection of this x? Projection of PU of x equal to x dot U. X dot U is xu plus yv by modulus of u square, that is u square plus v square, into the vector u. vector u is u. So we have this equal to, these are our constants. So 1 by u square plus v square into x u plus yv into u, xu plus yv into u. So we get x into u square plus y into u. First vector is xu plus yv into u. Second vector is xuv plus yv. So it is a transformation of this x to by means of this projection. By means of this vector u, the projection transformation is 1 by u square plus v square, x transferred to x u square plus y uv, and the second coordinate transferred to x uv plus yv square. That is the transformation, projection transformation. Then we can find, so if suppose u equal to any vector say 1, 2, we can easily find the projection transformation of this x with the unit along this u. We can find the projection transformation of x along this vector, right? Here vu of x equal to 1 by u square plus v square, 5 into x u square is x plus y uv, that is 2, uv is 2, so 2y, and also here x into uv, that is 2x plus y into v square, 4y. So we transfer this xy by means of its vector, this 1, 2. We have that pu of x is transferred to 1 by 5 into x plus 2y, 2x plus 4y. That is the projection transformation. Then we can find also, so it is px. Then we can find its reflection. What is its reflection? Reflection is the same vector, we can find the reflection transformation. We know reflection is x equal to 2 into px minus x. Therefore, its reflection transformation Sx of u equal to 2 into px, that is 2 by 5 into px, that is x plus 2y, 2x plus 4y, minus x is xy. That is equal to, we see that it is 2 by 5 into x plus 2y minus x, then 2 by 5 into 2x plus 4y minus y. That is on simplification we get it is, that is equal to 2x minus 5x, that is minus 3x plus 4y by 5. Other is 4x minus y, that is 4x plus 4y minus 5y minus y, 4x minus y. 4x plus 8y minus 5y, 3y by 4. Therefore, it is the reflection transformation of this x along u. So, projection transformation, reflection transformation. Okay. Then another transformation is stretching. Stretching means, suppose x is any vector, say x, y, then stretching by r maybe 1 by 2, etc. Any transformation, we know every daily life we have so many transformations. So dr of x equal to r into x, r into y. That is the stretching transformation. Again, we can have identity transformation. Identity transformation means we multiply this identity matrix to x. So we get, so identity matrix means 1, 0, 0, 1 to x, y. We get 1 into x plus 0 into y, that is x. Similarly, 0 into x plus y, there is no transformation. So the identity transformation, stretching transformation, reflection transformation. Again, we have the important transformation is rotation by angle theta. It's the rotation by angle theta. So if capital X equal to, if you know any vector can be x, xy can be expressed as capital X equal to mod x into, in polar form it is mod x into cos theta sin theta. Okay. Then you can see is the point theta, then it is mod x, then it is mod x into x coordinate is mod x into cos theta, and y coordinate is mod x into sin theta. If we rotate this vector through an angle phi, what happened? This theta becomes, say if this angle is phi, everything is same, but theta changes to theta plus phi. Therefore, this r theta of x equal to mod x into cos, the vector is cos theta plus phi and sin theta plus phi. Okay. That is the transformation. That is another transformation by rotating the vector through an angle theta. By polar coordinates, we know every vector can be expressed as x cos theta by x sin theta, and if it is x cos theta, x sin theta. Then if we change an angle theta to pi, this theta becomes cos theta plus phi and sin theta plus phi. Okay. Then, for example, find, it is very important, find r pi by 2 of the vector 1, 1. The transformation of the vector 1, 1 through an angle pi by 2. What happens? We know x equal to mod x into cos theta and y equal to mod x into sin theta. What is mod x? Mod x equal to root of 1 plus 1, that is root 2 into cos theta, and it is also root 2 into sin theta. Therefore, yes, xy equal to, we can see that xy equal to, what is x? X equal to root 2 into sin theta, that is what is sin theta, but here we are given that x equal to 1, so 1 equal to root 2 into cos theta. We are given that x equal to 1, so 1 equal to root 2 into cos theta gives cos theta equal to 1 by root 2, similarly sin theta equal to 1 by root 2. Sin theta equal to 1 by root 2. So we get sin theta 1 by root 2, cos theta 1 by root 2. Therefore, we can write this as, this 1, 1 as modulus of x. Modulus of x is root, that is 1, 1 equal to xy equal to mod x into cos theta, mod y into sin theta, that is modulus of x is root 2. Modulus of x equal to root 2. Therefore, it is root 2 into, yes, root 2 into cos theta, yes. Here, cos theta equal to 1 by root 2. We all know cos theta 1 by root 2 means theta equal to pi by 4. Therefore, we get it is cos pi by 4. Cos pi by 4. Similarly, now another is sin pi by 4. Therefore, this 1, the given vector can be expressed as in the polar form, that is mod x into sin cos theta sin theta, mod x is root 2, 1 plus 1 root 2, into cos theta equal to cos pi by 4, sin theta equal to sin pi by 4. Okay. Therefore, if we take an angle pi by 2, rotate an angle pi by 2, this becomes root 2 into cos pi by 4 theta plus phi, that is pi by 2. Similarly, sin pi by 4 plus theta, that is root 2 into cos pi by 2 plus theta. We know cos pi by 2 plus theta is in the second quadrant. Therefore, it is minus 1 by root 2. Similarly, here it is 1 by root 2. In the first quadrant, second quadrant, the sign is positive. So, it is 1 by root 2. Therefore, that value changes to 1 by root 2 into 2, that is minus 1. 1 by root 2 into root 2, it is 1. Therefore, we change this vector 1, 1 through pi by 2 degree. We get it is minus 1, 1. Okay. Yes. Then, expression for rotation by 5. Yes. Expression for rotation by 5. Expression for rotation by 4. For that, we know r phi of x equal to mod x into cos theta plus phi sin theta plus phi. That is mod x into, what is cos a plus b? Cos a plus b, cos theta plus phi equal to cos theta plus phi equal to cos theta cos phi minus cos theta cos phi minus sin theta sin. Similarly, sin theta plus phi equal to sin theta cos phi plus cos theta sin. But we know mod x into cos theta equal to mod x into cos theta equal to x, and mod x into sin theta equal to y. Therefore, this becomes, we can multiply mod x into, another step is mod x into cos theta cos phi minus mod x into sin theta sin phi mod x into sin theta cos phi plus mod x into cos theta sin phi. But what is mod x cos theta? Small x. Mod x sin theta? Small y. Therefore, this becomes, this r phi of x becomes mod x into cos theta means small x. Small x into cos phi minus small y into sin phi. Similarly, mod x into sin theta y into cos phi plus mod x into cos theta x into sin phi. Okay. Therefore, this r phi of x transfer to and variables x dash, y dash such that x dash equal to x cos phi, x dash equal to x cos phi minus y sin phi, and y dash equal to y cos phi plus x sin phi. Thus, by means of this rotation, this transformation R phi of x, generally x dash for any angle theta, the new variable becomes xy changes to x dash y dash, where x dash equal to x cos phi minus y sin phi, and y dash equal to y cos phi plus x sin phi. Okay. Yes. Then we are come on to matrices. Matrices is for any transformation we can find the matrix. For this permutation transformation, PU of x. We have PU of x is PU of x has 1 by u square plus v square into x u square plus v square. So we can write as u square uv and also uv v. Or generally, if any transformation say A makes x, y to a matrix say ax plus by, cx plus dy, if A is any transformation, makes this vector xy to this form ax plus by, cx plus dy, then the corresponding matrix is A, B, C, D. That is the matrix. A, B, C, D is the corresponding matrix. Similarly, for this transformation, we have 1 by u square plus v square, u square uv, uv v square is the matrix. Similarly, for this rotation, what may be the matrix? Rotation, we have R phi of x has the transformation x, that is cos phi minus sin phi, cos phi sin phi. What is the transformation? That is a transformation. So we have, for any transformation, we can find the matrices. Then we are come on to this. Another transformations. First is shear transformation. For shear transformation, we can see that shear transformation means we denoted by J, K of capital X transforms this matrix corresponding the by means of the matrix say 1, 0, K, 1. By means of this matrix, we can transform any vector. For that, if we transform A, B, C, D, we can see that 1 into A plus 0 into B, that is A, and the image is 1 into B plus 0 into D, B. There is no change in the upper coordinate, but this changes to Ka plus C and also D, B and Ka plus C. If this becomes 0, we can find a transformation, elementary transformation. So one of the transformation is shear transformation. This is the form. If it is AB, it transforms to this form. Yes. Then another transformation, another shear transformation is J M of x equal to 1 M 0, 0, 1. So it is another shear transformation. Then, so we are come on to projection, reflection, shear transformation. Also permutation transformation is denoted by P of x is by means of the matrix 0, 1, 1, 0, not 1, 0, 0, 1. We can see that by means of this transformation, any vector can be changed. So suppose xy can be changed to 0 into x plus 0, 1 into y. What happened? Y. And also 1 into x, 0 into y. So So interchange this xy to 1x. Thus we have similarly we have so many transformations and transformation matrices, reflection, projection, identity, permutation, shear transformation, etc. Okay. Then we are come on to simply eigenvalues and determinants. For any matrix we can find determinant. You are already studying. For that matrix, suppose A equal to say A, B, C, D. The value AD minus BC is called the determinant of this matrix and is denoted by A, B, C. It is the determinant. AB minus CD is called the determinant. If this determinant is non-zero, we can find solution also for any equation. Then we define characteristic value. Characteristic value is if A is any transformation for this vector x, if there exists a scalar quantity t such that A of x equal to t into x, then t is called eigenvalue or characteristic value. Characteristic value. A of x equal to t into x. For this corresponding this characteristic value t, if there exists a vector y such that A of y equal to t into y, then we say that y is the characteristic vector. Then we are come on to this characteristic equation. If A is any transformation, suppose A is corresponding matrix is A, B, C, D, then its characteristic equation is the determinant of A minus T, B, C, D minus T. It is the characteristic equation. So characteristic value is T such that A of x equal to T into T. Corresponding to that value, if there exists a vector, we say that is a characteristic vector. This determinant A minus T, B, C, D minus T or A minus T into D minus T minus BC equal to 0. This is a second degree equation in T. We have a second degree equation in T. Say that equation is that is T square minus A plus D into T plus AD minus BC equal to 0. It is a second degree equation, gives two values of t. If there exists a non-zero value, non-real value, we say that that real value is the characteristic root. So by means of any transformation, we can find the characteristic value. Find one of the example. By means of this example, we can finish. Find the characteristic value for the equation, characteristic equation for the stretching matrix, stretching transformation, also R theta. You know, stretching means dr of t, dr of matrix of dr equal to say R 0, 0, R. So, what is the characteristic value? Characteristic value equation is determinant R minus T 0, 0, R minus T equal to R minus T the whole square equal to 0 gives two values of T. That is the characteristic equation for stretching. Then for R theta, we have the matrix is matrix of R theta equal to, we have seen that first of all, sum of R theta is this. We have seen that cos theta minus sin theta, then sin theta. Then it is cos theta minus t the whole square into cos theta minus the matrix, the characteristic equation is obtained by cos theta minus t minus sin theta, cos theta minus t. On simplification, we can see that it has no real value. Yes. Then I have missing 1, 2. Yes. Again, we can find the matrix, Mr. Once. Matrix for this. Yes. We know matrix for P. P is, we have here 1 by u square plus v square, u square, uv, uv, v square. So matrix for, if we that is xy equal to, say xy equal to cos theta sin theta, 1 by cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1 by 1. Then here cos square theta, cos theta sin theta, then here cos theta sin theta, and sin square. This is the matrix for the projection corresponding to the vector cos theta, unit vector cos theta sin theta. By means of this vector, this matrix, we can find a matrix for S also. Matrix for S is, we know, 2 into P, matrix of P minus identity matrix. So it is, that is equal to cos square theta, 2 into, on simplification we get 2 into cos square theta sin theta cos theta, cos theta sin theta, sin square theta, minus I is the identity matrix, that is 1, 0, 0, 1. On simplification we see that it is 2 cos square theta minus 1. First element is 2 cos square theta minus 1. 2 cos square theta minus 1. Here 2 sin theta cos theta, and here 2 sin theta cos theta. Here 2 sin square theta minus 1. So we can see that it is cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta, sin 2 theta. Then we have, it is also sin 2 theta. Sorry, cos 2 theta. Therefore, cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta, sin 2 theta, cos 2 theta. Thus, we find all these transformations in transformation, and then their corresponding matrix and their corresponding matrix representation. And also we find characteristic value, characteristic equation, etc. Okay, thank you.